Howdy, everybody. It's Mark at Quadrajet Power. Quadrajetpower.com for everything you need for your Quadrajet kits, services. We do it all here for most Quadrajets. But here's today. I'm cleaning up the shop a little bit, and I ran across this. I kind of forgot about it. But I've been asked to do a video on this, so here we are. What I've got here today on the bench is the import Quadrajet, or 4-barrel carburetor. They call it Quadrajet. We're seeing a lot of these. Sure y'all have seen them. They're very inexpensive, coming in from overseas, and they they resemble the Quadrajet. They have the same body and design. This one actually has the components of the mid-70s Chevrolet Quadrajet. I've taken a few things off of this to make this easier to go through. I bought several carburetors from a guy, and this came in in the mix. So anyway, here's my review of the import Quadrajet. So I'll go through this thing pretty quick and just give you my opinion. I don't like sites and other groups and everything that just post negative things about what everybody does. I don't like to do that. So I'm just gonna go through here and just show you the differences in what I see, and then at the end I'll give you my opinion of where these belong. First thing I notice is over here on the side, and I've got another one here to compare. Does not say anything about Quadrajet, and of course they couldn't use a Rochester name, I'm sure. Then on the back, everything's plain. There's no casting numbers. And most importantly is what goes right here, in my opinion, and I'll show you on this other one I have. This is a 72. Hope y'all can see this. Rochester Quadrajet right here. And over here, one of my favorite things, made in the USA, or made in USA. Anyway, okay, so let's go into this thing. Like I said, I've already taken some things out to make this a little easier. One of the first things I noticed, it's very lightweight. It's all aluminum, even the body itself. So just this entire carburetor weighs just a little bit more than just the body. That body I was showing up to show you. This one's almost the same weight complete as just the body on the other one. They're about 2 pounds lighter than a real Quadrajet. Now, like I said, you'll see advertisements for these all over the place. I mean, they're all over the online sites, the places that sell cheap stuff. And these are cheap, inexpensive rather, and cheap for that matter. So I'll take the air horn off again. So lightweight because it's aluminum. They do color this, but it's aluminum, and you can see on the underside here, you can actually see the lines during the casting and when they refinished it. And it does have the pullover enrichment, does have the vent tubes. Air valves and stuff seem to work the same on these. There is a difference here on the these are the main air bleeds, so they've got some different components there. Very thin gasket. This was the same as actually that's the wrong gasket. It was cut. I don't know if person I got it before did that or not. So let's go inside. And I don't know if y'all can see the lines here from the aluminum casting, but it's where they've got lines. So it's got the float cover, which would be nice to have. It's got a metal retainer here around the power piston assembly. Well, one of the things, I get asked for parts for these. Well, trying to get the power piston out, and I don't know if that metal retainer is going to come out. Well, the top of the power piston came off. Let me check these rods and see if they have any markings on them. No, they do not have any markings on them. Has a brass float. I don't like to use brass. I mean, we do sell them here, but I don't prefer them. The only float that I've ever had fail since we've been in business have been brass floats. The floats that we sell, not had any problems with. Most everything as far as parts go inside, they appear to be normal or what you'd find in any Quadrajet. Got the needle and seat here that doesn't want to come out. Again, I don't know if all these parts are necessarily original from the person that sent it to me had tried to use it and indicated they couldn't get it to work. Next thing I see, the jets don't have any markings as well. The down channel, I'm going to go through this. Down channel appears to be very small. Let's do the main. So it's different calibrated than a Chevy Quadrajet. So the down channel is 39 thousandths on this. And then I found this interesting. This is where the idle tube would be on a Quadrajet. Let me get a different screwdriver here. Well, I like this idea. I don't know how. So they have this screw-in part for the upper part of where the idle tube would be on a normal Quadrajet. I'm going to check the size of this. This one's small as well. So the restriction where it would be normally on the bottom, this restriction is 32 thousandths, which is small, but it's screwed in to the top. And I mean, that's not necessarily a bad idea, but 32 thousandths on a idle tube restriction and 39 thousandths on a down channel restriction. That's going to be pretty lean for most carburetors. Let me check this lower main. Lower main is 35 thousandths. The upper main is a little bit bigger than that. The pullover enrichment holes here are very large compared to a normal Quadrajet. They're normally around 39 thousandths. These are 50, which would put a lot of fuel in the pullover enrichment system, which is not necessary. I mean, but it's what it is. Let me pull these jets out. I want to see what size they are. Now, I know these come with, I've got some of these. These are the adjustments, I guess, the different sizes for the idle tubes. They got a 33 and a 43. I'm guessing that's thousandths. And then they've got some other parts here for the, I guess, the main air bleeds, where you can use different sizes on those. I don't know. I've had a lot of people contact me wanting parts for these, and nobody knows what's supposed to be. And I guess there's no good instructions on what they would be. So the jets are 63s, which is very small. Anyway, it's kind of interesting to me. I mean, it's got an early style. This is the same as our 492 vacuum brake. It would have the early style rod. This is the early style choke pull off bracket that they used in the late 60s, 68, 69 would be the style that they've used here. In the base, pretty much the same. I don't know. It's got bypass air in the base. It's got the 2 screws. It's got an EGR port. It's got the big spot in the back for the brake booster. So this is I guess what they would sell as a Chevrolet, the Chevrolet used Quadrajet. I don't know if they use this same. I mean, on the throttle arm here, they've got it set up so I guess they can swap those off, so they could put on this same body, they could put a different bracket on it and call it for something else, later style maybe. So there's a quick overview of what I see on these. I call them Quadrajets, but I mean it's the same. It's based on a Quadrajet, maybe that's the proper term, but the import version of what they're selling now to be a Quadrajet replacement. I'm in the Quadrajet business to repair and work on these, supply parts. And that's all we do here is Quadrajet. So I go through this and I look and I'm thinking, this thing's going to be very, very difficult to tune. I know they do supply a couple of parts. I don't know what else. I mean, the jets we sell would be replacements here. The primary rods that we sell could be the B series primary rods. But as far as trying to tune this thing, man, I don't. It would be very difficult to do, in my opinion. From what I see, a lot of people have purchased these, tried to put them on a vehicle, and I've been contacted by a lot of people. Can you supply me parts for this to help me tune it? And really, other than tuning with the existing parts that they sent, or changing the jet and a primary rod, I mean, you can drill out the mains, maybe to get it close, and the down channel restrictions. I don't know. So my opinion is I'd stay away from them. I know they're inexpensive. But I think a lot of them have been purchased, and then like this particular person did, they tried to put it on their car, couldn't tune it, and I got it. I got it free with some parts with some other carburetors that I bought. So, and in my opinion, it's, there's maybe some parts out of this I can use to sell as used parts, but other than that, there's not much use for this. I would stay away from it, in my opinion, trying to get something to work on a vehicle. There's possibly a place for it. People that aren't real concerned about a properly tuned carburetor. They just want something that's cheap and fast that they can order and get it tomorrow, and delivered on their doorstep, stick it on something. Maybe it'll start and run, maybe it won't. That's my opinion. After I've gone through several thousand Quadrajets myself. I mean, like I said, that's our business. It's what we do. It's what we go through all the time. I just wanted to go through this one real quick with you and give you my opinion. But there's the internal parts. I mean, it looks like a Quadrajet. The secondaries will open and function like one. But this one didn't have any secondary rods or a hanger with it. I think the guy had tried multiple things and just gave up on it when he sent it to me. So anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm going to be quiet. Any Quadrajet Power, quadrajetpower.com for all your parts that you need. That's who we are. That's what we do. If you need parts for one of these, I've got a few things that would work in there, but other than that, it's kind of confusing on how in the world that you would try to tune this, or try to use it on anything, maybe other than just a absolute stock Chevy 350, with no compression. The low horsepower versions, it seemed like. And I don't even know if it would work on that out of the box. So there's my 2 cents worth on this. I didn't take it much further apart. I don't think there's any need to. I mean, that's what I see. Again, all aluminum body, base, air horn. Don't know about the longevity, how it would do. So there you go. There's my unveiling of the imported carburetor that's being sold as a Quadrajet replacement. So quadrajetpower.com. We appreciate your business, and thanks for watching the video. Make sure that you follow our YouTube channel and like the video and share it and get the word out. We'll build an original one correctly that says made in the USA, that says Quadrajet on it. It's what we do. Thanks again. Talk to you later.